If you are single and you are in the dating marketplace at that time, when that happens, say you're 37, 36, 38, 40, whatever it may be, and you are still on the hunt for that man, and you hit the wall and you can see in your face that you are no longer the face that you were at whether it was 30 or 35 or 25, whatever it is, you are going to be panicked, because now you know that you are going to compete with women who are younger, who are largely more fertile, not always, but largely speaking, yes, who have that youthfulness to them, who have that estrogen, progesterone, whatever the hormonal balance is that makes someone young, it's there and you're losing it. And you become hyper aware of that. And that is why women begin to panic.
Now, what this woman here is describing is the phenomenon known as the wall. And if you haven't heard about it, man, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people don't know about it. But there are a good deal of women who do. And 9 times out of 10, they may want it so that you never find out what the wall is. Well, let's chop. Roll it intro. Pull up with the stick, yeah. She said she wanna be up on my team, but she can't love me, yeah. Really, she don't want a man, she want a gummy bear. And as I've told you, men, before, both men and women age. We all age, right? But when I say that men age backwards, what I'm saying is that the value and the things that we attain and attribute in our lives at the same age our women counterparts are, that's gone for her. You see, when a woman is at her most youthfulness, talking about the late teens, early 20s, you know, she has the most to give to any situation, any person, any partner, the world in itself, right? Not only that, but she discovers that the world is really at her feet. She's the pearl, the world's her oyster. And that's as good as she's ever going to get it. And it's not that she won't have options as she gets older, it's just the options are just not that desirable. It's not quality options. It's options to where she'll have to take a big cut from one department in order to accept the other department. You know how it is when you play a basketball game, right? And you build out your player. And they give you about 50 points or attributes that you can describe to speed, agility, height, charisma, whatever, you know, you can put the points to. See, for a woman, she can't have all those boxes flawlessly checked off as she gets older on a consistent basis. Most of the guys that come around, they're going to be great in one area. All the attribute points went to that one specific box while completely ignoring the other ones. Maybe she want a man to have his money right. Now, he ain't got to be Bill Gates, but he makes some kind of money, because most women have dealt with a man who had no drive. She carried the entire relationship, and she did that until it didn't work for her anymore. So maybe that's one of the boxes, and let's say he has that. He has a car, crib, which really is the basic bare necessities as a man. You should have those things already, or some form of it. Ain't saying you gotta own, you gotta have something though, bro. And let's say he got that, but he ain't got the spiritual aspect. You know, maybe this guy is just a guy in the world, of the world, thinking nothing of it, and this woman done had a little game put on her, so she know a little thing or two about this life that we live in. She don't know it all, but she know enough to know that there's more to it than just working, running up a check, paying bills, having a few orgasms, sharing a few good meals. Because you'll feed that physical appetite, and there ain't nothing there spiritually for her to ingest. But what if he, you know, has that, and let's say he's a pastor in church or something like that, but he just don't engage her on a mental level. You know, maybe he one of them men who got the paper right. He in the church every Sunday, but he just stuck there. So mentally, he just does not stimulate her. I never already told you that, you know, the mind with a woman is something crazy. This is why women can read books and get sexually stimulated. They're not even seeing the picture. They reading the book and they making the picture in their mind. And speaking on the mind, what you fellas need to understand is that, again, unless she's had a renewal of the mind, bro, a lot of the women who are at this stage where they are about to hit the wall or have hit the wall already, you gotta understand, man, is that they are psychologically damaged. That mental health situation is a real thing, bro. These are the Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 kind of women, and I'm gonna tell you right now, their expiration date and their shelf life is different than ours. You have all these women, these stars, these actresses who have made lives for themselves, and now they're ready to give it away to a man. Even the women speaking, opening up this video, you may be thinking, well, I'll take them. They're ready to submit now. They can do it. I'm going to tell you one thing, bro. We are creatures of habit. And if this woman's been living her life how she wanted to live it for X amount of time, though she may wake up one day and just say, I'm ready to submit, I'm ready to become a wife, the truth of the matter is, bro, unless she's been groomed for the position, she don't know what she gonna be doing, dog. And then whatever submission you do get from this vessel, it'll be subpar. Because again, she's already been damaged, so if the woman ain't had the change of and the renewal of mind, you know what she's gonna be doing? She can't just love you how she did back when she was naive. So your best counterpart is gonna be one who was naive. All she know is you. That's her first experience. When it's not like that, she gonna be trying to outthink you, trying to outmaneuver you, trying to outstarve you, trying to out everything, bro. Everything, because she's not naive anymore. That innocence that she had is gone. They're only gonna give that one time because they only have it to give one time. And when they lose that, they can't magically get it back to give to you. Whatever man she gave it to, that's who it was left with. And every woman, if you trace down her history, has that one man who she gave her best to. She overlooked this. She didn't question him on that. She willfully, humbly submitted to whatever regimen this man had in play, whether it be righteous or unrighteous. And when that situation played out, guess what, buddy? She don't have that no more to give to an individual like you unless she's had a renewal of the mind. And I keep telling you men how difficult that is for modern day women to obtain that. Not that it's impossible, and we talking about both believer and unbeliever. We talking about women with their cheeks out and women who got on hijabs and they fully covered. It doesn't matter, bro. I've seen both. The psychological damage of them having multiple men throughout their lives shows, and then it culminates to the wall. And the wall, if I can equate it in two descriptions, I would say gravity and time.
Today, I passed half my life expectancy. I'm just old today, but I've been told I still got good pussy. So shout out to all my old bitches, and shout out to all my young bitches. Shout out to all my pretty bitches, and shout out to all my not so pretty bitches. Is old today, and I'm shouting ooh ha hooray. Is old today, but I made it here gratefully.
And we're not even gonna focus on gravity, because you know now they can afford to go and get stuff nipped and tucked and make it sit high like a prairie dog. But again, plastic surgery has never made an older woman look younger. It just made an older woman look like she had plastic surgery. You know, as they get older, it's no longer she looks good, she looks good for her age. So let's focus on the time. The woman knows before you do that she's put on a few pounds. She's hoping that you won't notice, but she knows. The woman knows before you do that she's developing gray hairs faster than she would like to admit. The woman knows that her face structure is changing. That double chin starting to become more prominent now. She backing that thing up under that chin. She's hoping maybe you didn't catch it. And what modern day women want to do is they'll repackage this up and then sell it to the simp as if it's something that no one ever had. As if it's something that is life changing. As if it's something that is one of one. You can't sell exclusivity to something that's never been exclusive. If he's not the only owner, then how can you package and sell exclusivity? See, a woman will do this and play this hardball game in her late 20s and her 30s. Because she ain't all the way hit the wall yet. Now, when she start pushing 37, 38, 39, and ain't nobody still following you behind, not quality men anyway, because no quality man's going to be following her behind anyhow. But when she reaches that age, those ages, and we're not just pulling these out of our hats, these are the ages that transparent women are saying, look, I'm starting to realize that, you know, the way I carried myself back in my 30s and my 20s was wrong. The stuff that I said I would never do, I'm willing to do right now. And this is why you find a lot of older women, you know, willing to be in a situation where they're not the only woman. And if that works for you, then by all means, men, go that route. What I'm telling you is that whatever left that she has to give you is going to be subpar. Whatever sex she has left is going to be subpar. Whatever form of submission that she has is going to be subpar. It will never be as best as that young tenderling who had never been touched or exposed to the wiles of this world. It will never be. And she knows that. She's just hoping that you don't. And let me tell you something, man. I don't care what she's talking about. She don't want a man. She don't need a man, bro. If it's in the Bible, it's going to happen. It's going to be a recital. The woman came back and doubled back to that man, and I said, what make you think it's going to be anything different today? Ain't nothing new up under the sun. The wall is undefeated. See, that's the thing about Lucifer's dream. There's a lot of fine print that he didn't have you read. The devil is in the details. You wasted and squandered your youthful years, the years that really would have meant something. Where you could have been with a man learning good habits, good traits. Now when you get into this new relationship, when she get into the new relationship with you, she's trying to think like a man. She looks at the phone and sees you call and says, well, I'm gonna wait. Now when we do that, it's because we're busy. And we don't have to make ourselves busy. Any man of renown, he's just gonna be busy. Yeah, I seen the call. Yeah, I may have seen the call, but I wasn't in the state that I'd be able to answer because I was dealing with X, Y, and Z. But because she's dealt with so many men, she thinks that she too can apply those same tactics and get the same results. And for a simp, maybe so. But for a real man, it's only going to leave her depleted and defeated. Then she'll double back in the silence and wonder, did she make the right choice? Maybe she should have picked the phone up. Is it too late to call back? What if he doesn't answer? You see, that's the double-mindedness that a woman may find herself in. We don't have those issues. And again, man, I'm telling you, if you have a woman and she's been renewed of the mind and spirit, bro, none of this applies to you. You want to know how important the renewing of the mind is? There are secret government agencies the world over that spend billions on mind control programs. The ideal candidate is someone who's young. These are often the kids who go missing. A lot of times they're born into certain families and they start training up the mind early. However, they can't take a full adult and break and renew that mind. Now granted, when they do it, it's going to be for a nefarious purpose, typically a Luciferian agenda, but that's neither here nor there. This is how important it is to the governments all over, and we know that the governments work with the enemy of the Most High. This is why we read, why do the nations rage, the kings of the earth? They rage against the Most High and His anointed. Why do they spend such billions and millions in efforts on the renewing of the mind? It's highly important, bro. And this is why your pimp will get better performance out of your woman, the same woman, than you would. He understands a thing or two about the mind and how to get it to conform and reform. You men, you simps, are too worried about what she likes and if this will make her feel good to really tell her what it is, because some of that stuff is cold. Some of it needs to be said and told. Now, I'm not saying everything from pimpism needs to be brought over here. I'm just saying, though, you can't deny the results. You ever wondered what made that woman go out there and turn a trick and then come home and give that to him without going around the corner and tucking a little bit off? You men can't even get your woman to give you her whole paycheck. Now, I ain't saying most of it. I'm saying all of it. Even if she gave 95 and said, well, I'm gonna keep because I gotta do. You can't even do that, and you working your tail off. Possibly for your kids and kids that ain't yours. Take note. The same thing with Taraji.
How happy are you?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
Why?
I thought I was happy, but the things that I thought, I'm gonna get emotional, I don't want to. The things that I thought was making me happy, they don't cut it anymore. Mm-hmm. And so I'm in a place where, what does that look like? Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of spinning. And to be quite honest with you, Angie, I haven't been happy, like purely happy, in a long time.
Oh, give me your hand.
I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I'm not, because it's just a wake-up call. You know, I'm about to go to Bali for a month by myself. It's my own spiritual journey.
I love this for you. Tell me about this.
I gotta find my happiness. And it's not in my friends. It's not in my mama. It's not in, it's me. It's me. And this is the work I gotta do.
Taraji has built her life and lived her life the way she wanted to. And Taraji is cute. She never like gave us, you know, like real sex factor as men. You know, we never looked at Taraji and was like, oh man, you know, we didn't do that. But she was sexy her own way. She had no crazy cakes or nothing like that. And it's like if you a sister and you ain't got no natural cakes, you know, you may be missing out, you know. And we talking about ways of the world now. And we're not talking about big girls who got skinny and then the cakes went there. We're talking about you just naturally had a body. Well, Taraji didn't really have a body. I mean, you look at them baby boys, she was kind of skinny mini, but whatever, we still like, she was the roundaway girl. So a lot of the men like that. But you see, the longer she stayed in her field, her environment, you look at the role she played. And from baby boy, they got more masculine and more masculine. When she played what was a cookie, she's very masculine, very, very demeaning. And she has to take on those roles in order to dominate and stay afloat in the show. But you don't think after role after role, after typecast, people actually take that on in themselves? They do. Johnny Depp still sees Captain Jack Sparrow every time he looks in the mirror. Again, we're talking about the psychological damage here. So now she's at a point where it just ain't clicking. And she has to accept the fact that the type of man that she would want at her age probably doesn't want her. Money won't allow her to escape the wall. Simply just praying for a better man will not allow her to escape the wall. Because if she hasn't prepared herself for what she may receive, she's going to drag it down, true indeed. Surgery will not allow her to escape the wall. Nothing under this earth or on it will allow her to escape that which has already been set in place. And if you can't get it today, brothers, you ever seen something go on clearance? They put it up on a shelf and thought that it would fly off the shelves. And maybe it did, but it got brought back. What do they do with items that have been brought back, even in their prime? They mark it down. Now, what if an item has been bought, taken back, brought, taken back, brought, taken back, brought, taken back? You know, at some point, they just will probably just give it away here. And you can find items like that at stores if you just roll around the back of the store and they'll just quietly be throwing it out. But y'all throwing it out? What's wrong with it? Oh, nothing, just everybody kept bringing it back. And then if it's cool for you, if you have the space, if you have the place, if you have the taste, you can then go and acquire that which, you know, may be appealing to you at a fraction of the price, cost, and time. Brothers, this is the wall. And I don't care what woman she is. Viola Davis, Kamala Harris, I don't care. We got our curses and they have theirs. We do not age the same. No, we ever age the same. The woman wants to believe that, and the devil makes it easier for her to ingest it. But the truth of the matter is, he's going to leave her depleted and defeated by herself. Even her children will leave her. You have women who champion the fact that they have kids, fine, but they're going to leave you too. You think your little daughter's going to stay with you to give up a chance to experience romance with her first love and possibly get it right? Something you never did? No. She may be more obedient than you and obey. You think your son is going to want to stay and play protector and miss out on life? And there's a few things that he wants to bag? Oh no. Man, she could even jump back into the dating game. But even then, if you ain't 24 and under, that looks kind of tacky. It looks sad. That is what looks desperate. Not you getting with a man who has other women around. You being on POF and Hot Tinder and all that. That looks desperate. But even if you did snack him back one, you know, with these men, a lot of the men will look at the younger daughters. You know, her 18, 19, 20-something-year-old daughter or her niece or her cousin and want to inquire about that because, see, a woman's preference does not change. But us as men, as we get older and our position moves up, we do. See, for instance, I used to love getting me and bagging me an older bra back when I was 15, you know, 14, 16, 17, 18. You know, back when it meant something. Where I am now, I'll take her older bra, but only if she has the renewal of mind and spirit. But outside of that, our preference is younger. Truth be told. And most men, no matter how old they are, they're not going to go and get, if that man is 60, he's not going to find him a 60-year-old. He's going to find him a 30 or a 40-year-old. See, it's more common to find an older man who has gotten his ish together with a younger woman than it is the opposite. And there's a reason why. You see, for you men, it's not enough to know these things. It's not enough to know that the level of value between you and the female counterpart is unequaled. You have to move like that. You have to operate like that. Maybe after you told her what you told her and what ain't gonna fly, you know, maybe she just let it go by and she ain't hit you back. Okay, fine. Hey, she may never call you back, but that's okay. The simps need the validation from them. We've already gotten it from our fathers. If she ain't gonna get right, she gonna get left tonight and life goes on. But let no woman lie to you. They all hit the wall. And if they ain't done it yet, they on a one-way speeding train to it. Y'all about to take it easy. Say loud. Pull up with the stick, yeah. She said she wanna be up on my team, but she can't love me, yeah. Really, she don't want a man, she want a gummy bear.